What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about, in my opinion, the best business model to start in 2025. But before we get into that, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Faraj, better known as Econ Faraj. I've done over multi six figures in profits reselling name brand stuff on Amazon. I've also taught hundreds of other people how to start and scale their Amazon businesses. Make sure you guys stay tuned for this video because I've went and tried all these other different business models and I can confidently say that Amazon FBA is the best business model to start just for the average person who's working a job or someone who just doesn't want to go to college or someone who just wants an extra source of income. It's the right opportunity for everybody, and I'm going to be showing you guys exactly why. I remember 2 years ago in high school, me and my boys tried to do a Shopify website. We looked at all these other people making money online, and we tried to make a website, and it failed terribly. What they don't tell you about organic dropshipping is that you have to wait for a product to go viral. Your whole business model is dependent on a product going viral. If your video is not able to go viral, you'll never be able to profit. Me and 3 of my friends, we just kept trying to film videos, and they never would go viral, and even when they went viral, the conversion rates were terrible. We were trying to convince people to go to our website that they don't know or trust to get them to spend $30, $40, something that they don't need, that we were getting them for $3 from China and we were selling them for about 30. It just didn't make sense. It wasn't consistent, it wasn't backed by no data, and there wasn't any guaranteed sales. The next business model I tried was remote closing. I was seeing all these people on the internet, talking about remote closing. You could close high ticket offers and you could make thousands of dollars just from your computer and you could get that location freedom. What they don't tell you about that is with remote closing, you're kind of a slave to the offer. If you guys don't have calls in your calendar, you're not going to be able to make money. And the thing is, you might be closing at a 20, 30, 40% close rate, but you're only making 10%. And it's something where you're giving away your time for money. The other thing I didn't like is once you're making your first 10 to 20K a month, it's not that scalable, right? You're kind of capped. There's only so many closing calls that you could take every single day. The next business model that I tried, it was only like 2 to 3 weeks. It was just trading. It's basically just glorified gambling. Only 1% of the people are actually profitable. You'll make 1,000 or 2,000 a day, but you could go 3 days where you're just in the red and you keep doing that cycle. Maybe you have a couple good days, a couple bad days. You'll have a cycle where it's just you're just not making money. You'll look at the end of the month and you'll only be green by 500 or 1,000. So it just didn't make sense for me. One thing I realized with business is that you kind of have to kind of solve a problem or kind of provide a service, right? The number one thing I was thinking about is how I don't want to trade my time for money. I want something that's scalable, that I can build out a team, that I can out leverage to kind of other people. So that's why Amazon FBA really stood out for me, right? I started going to stores and I started scanning these random products and I found that, these products were going for $4.99 at this Ross or this discount store, but on Amazon they were selling for a 3-pack for $29.99. That's when I seen that there was a great opportunity in there. Instead of trying to sell stuff to other people, try to convince people to buy it, with Amazon, all I was basically doing is I wasn't convincing anybody to buy my product. I wasn't making a brand. I wasn't spending no money on advertising. All I was doing was I'm getting these products for the low and I was just selling them for the high on Amazon. I was hopping on listings that had thousands of sales already. I wasn't doing any marketing. All I was doing was profiting off these brands that already market themselves. And I was just getting on the listings, and my only job was to kind of just find it at a low enough cost to resell on Amazon. And that's something that I naturally found myself good at, right? Creating my margin. It was kind of like a game to me because as I was scaling up, right, I was trying to just keep going to that next level. What I found out was that the more I spend, the more I make. And there were so many skills that I was learning. I was getting my LLC, I was getting tax exempt, I was getting virtual assistants, I was delegating my tasks off to the virtual assistants. I've learned so much skills with business, getting tax exempt, my sales skills, reaching out to distributors, reaching out to them, opening accounts with wholesalers, actually learning how to provide value to these brands, partnering up with them. But with retail and online arbitrage, it was a great start for me because I did my first 15K profit month just doing retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, reselling name brand products like this, not this item specifically, but name brand stuff like this. I was getting this stuff for $15 and I was just selling it for 30. It was that simple. It was an easy business model. I didn't have to follow through any crazy loops or anything like that. And the thing I love is it was ultimately scalable. People are shopping on Amazon every single day and there's just so much opportunity. Amazon is growing every single year. Everybody shops on Amazon. One thing I realized was a lot of the products that I was buying for personal use on Amazon were from third-party people. So I was like, if they could do it, why can't I? One of the examples I have with this NeuroGum over here. This product sells for the NeuroGum website for $45. That guy sold it to me for $90. And I was like, wow, there's people really making tens of thousands of dollars every single day on Amazon. I knew that because that listing was selling 3K times a month. There's thousands of listings like that. So I kind of seen that opportunity. That's when I kind of decided to go all in. I didn't have to jump through any crazy loops or anything like that. And one of the main things that kind of just drew me to Amazon was I wasn't really paying for any ads or advertising or anything. I was using software tools like SellerAmp and Keepa, and I knew all my decisions were backed backed by data. And if I knew before even buying a listing that this product sells 700 plus times a month and there's only 5 sellers on this listing, I know that I could get on this product and resell it for the high on Amazon. I knew I didn't have to pay for any advertisements or anything like that. That's something that kind of made me fall in love with Amazon, was kind of the fact that all my decisions were backed by data. I wasn't really playing any guessing games. I knew that if I spent $1,000 on this product, I knew that I was going to get 40% ROI. I would get $400 back in profit. I knew that because I leveraged these software tools to actually do the work and math for me. The thing I kind of love with Amazon is that, you know, there's multiple sellers selling on Amazon, but we're just getting on listings, right? It's not like we have to create our own listings or anything like that. I'm just getting on pre-existing listings that just already sell. Let's just say, for example, somebody wanted to buy Fairlives. They wouldn't look for my storefronts. I would just get on one of these listings, and if I was winning the buy box, they would just automatically buy from me. The buy box is an algorithm created by Amazon to make sure that everybody is getting sales. So Amazon is actually making sure that everyone is getting sales if your price is competitive and your shipping speed is good. One of the biggest questions I get when people are asking what to sell on Amazon, I tell them, what do you usually buy on Amazon? Literally anything. There's so many subcategories that are profitable on Amazon. It's generally ridiculous. From apparel to automobile parts to baby diapers to groceries. There's just so many things that sell on Amazon. All you need is 5 to 10 profitable products that make you that first $10,000 a month. You're not building a 50 product catalog. You're not getting anything from China. You're not spending any money on ads. Your whole job is just to be able to identify products that are at a low and be able to resell them for the high on Amazon. That's it. And if you can do that consistently, you could be making tens of thousands of dollars every single month, and have hundreds of students that are doing that right now.